This is Derek Sloan. I'm back with a special short interview with Dr. Crystal Luchkiw, whose name I've been mispronouncing the last little while. Um,
It's okay.
but what she's telling me is that she's been unable to practice since March of this year, and her friend Dr. Mark Trozzi, who is also in the case with her, came all the way to Barrie to try and practice in her stead because he had not had his license pulled yet. So he came recently. Was it just yesterday that he came to attempt to practice, or what was the day?
So I haven't been able to find anyone local or within my vicinity of medical community to try and help cover my patients in my practice. And so I reached outside of my local medical community out to my network, and Dr. Trozzi and another physician, Dr. Chris Shoemaker, had agreed to come and help me. And they were planning to start the week of November 21st. And they were coming to see my patients and try to kind of manage their healthcare needs until I could get back to them. And so Dr. Trozzi arrived, he was out of country, and he arrived the 24th or 23rd. No, sorry. He arrived in Ontario on the 22nd. And then he came to Barrie over the next few days. And he started yesterday, which was December 6th or 7th. I've lost track of days, but Wednesday.
Yep.
And was seeing patients in my office for the very first time. We saw elderly patients that I used to do cortisone injections for to help improve their mobility and their function in life. And so we were able to give them their knee cortisone injections that they hadn't been able to get otherwise. And we had a really great day. And patients were so appreciative. He was very thorough. And unfortunately, we found out last evening that the College of Physicians and Surgeons has ordered an emergency suspension of Dr. Trozzi's medical license. And they haven't given any official documentation of the orders yet, other than that his license is now effectively suspended on the exact same day that he started helping my patients.
So you have a practice that you basically are on the brink of shutting down. You have 1,700 patients roughly that need care.
Yep.
Dr. Mark Trozzi comes to help you out. The very day that he comes, the college pulls his license for some unknown reason.
Yes. So as everyone is aware, Dr. Trozzi was under investigation for his COVID online speech, and for some exemptions, I believe, as well. And he was part of the tribunal motion hearing on November 23rd, but his license was intact. And there's been no new allegations that anyone is aware of, no new complaints or any investigations that have since kind of compiled onto things. And yet they suspended his license on the very day that he started practicing again.
Wow, that is outrageous. That is unbelievable.
Yeah.
It obviously, I mean, they're supposed to be practicing they're supposed to be regulating the practice of medicine in the public interest, which to me does not mean allowing 1,700 patients to be without a doctor. And the fact that I mean, listen, he hasn't done anything new over the last 12 months. If they really thought they had to suspend his license, they should have done it months ago. And yet they do it on the very day that he's coming here to help, help care for your patients. That's outrageous.
Yeah, it's been very eye-opening because Dr. Trozzi in 2021, January 2021, took a sabbatical from practicing to pursue COVID-related research. And the second that he returns, like you said, instead of suspending his license previously, they wait until he returns to take that action against him. And kind of what does that really show people? Is the question on my mind. Dr. Trozzi is an absolutely phenomenal physician. There's not many doctors that really fully take the time and have patients undress, to the point where they can see what they need to examine and fully examine and make clinical decisions that are based on thorough history and thorough physical exam, even though that's everything we're supposed to do. And doctors out there might get upset with me for saying that, but it is a reality that has transpired. And we need to come to an absolutely kind of radical honesty of where we're at in our profession. That's a rarity these days, and he does it. And he is a university professor, and he teaches medical students and residents. And to treat him in this manner is totally egregious, and our profession really should be mourning these losses instead of sitting back quietly.
Well, I really appreciate you telling me this story. Just to remind everybody, Dr. Luchkiw is in a sort of a series of hearings and so forth with the CPSO, along with Dr. Phillips and Dr. Mark Trozzi. They had a very popular hearing that was publicized, that a lot of people watched online. There was some coverage in the Epoch Times about it. I just want to wish you guys all the best on that. I want to encourage everybody to support them as much as possible with donations. Many of you have been unable to work for many months, and of course do not even have a license to practice, or it's been suspended. So thank you so much for your courage, and thank you for being here with us today.